Are you with me?
I am, but since people can't hear me, I'm a little bit, yeah. No point in me talking if people can't hear me. So.
Wait, can they hear you now, or are you muting your microphone?
No, I have my microphone on, but the sound is very quiet for some reason.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, do message in the level up channel. Let us know what it sounds like. Is there nothing you can do about it? It's not often bad.
No, I don't think so. I don't know. I've checked all my settings and everything should be,
Right, well, keep talking. I think it should be okay. You're apparently lower, but they can still hear you, so don't worry. Split the stream, both events, in case they overlap. Well, the events are going to overlap anyway, but we're on the grid stages. So, I mean, if you think about it, quarterfinals, best of three will take half an hour, best of half an hour tops, and then one round in the CTF. Probably will take a bit of time to get started, to get all the players there, but that'll probably take an hour and a half to get the first round over. During that time, we'll probably see most of the Zotac grid stages, and we will get on to the CTF. And I will be getting hold of the brackets very soon. But the other possibility is that strenx and Demon are playing in Zotac, and they're in the grid stages, and they're also playing the CTF, so we might as well just follow them, because their games aren't going to be played until they finish Zotac, I imagine. I don't know how they'll organise it.
I wondered how the process works.
Exactly, because I mean, if strenx makes it to the final, that's be like an hour out of the way completely, and an hour where he's not able to play CTF, so either his team will have to forfeit, or they're going to have to make some exceptions and let them play.
Yeah.
Well, I think it'll work out. I think it's okay, and I think we'll see as many games as possible. So I'm down with that.
I'm gonna no grid yet.
Yeah, and apparently Master, there's got to be some decisions made of substitutions on the CTF draft because of some people have not turned up, which is sad because I mean they're playing for a prize. Yeah. But I do think some of the more top teams are going to be full, and we'll still see some excellent CTF action. There's no doubt about that. So let's see, have the grid stages come up yet? Yes, they have. Ash versus Pony. We're watching that. I think there's Pavel versus Demon as well, but Ash versus Pony, that's the game I want to see. I'm not even going to consider CTF right now because I think this, best of three quarterfinal between those two, I think that would be really good fun to watch. The only problem is that they're going to have to find a server that they're both comfortable on because Ash, Russian player, I believe, Spanish.
Yeah.
So might be some interesting situations, but we'll find out. I'll get Pony to, or Ash to give me, I don't know, I'll find it, it'll be okay. There's also Pavel versus Demon, which could be good, but again, Russian players, so hopefully they can find good enough servers. And Guda versus strenx, well, we'll see, I hope good luck to Guda. If Guda keeps, shafting the way he was, then strenx is going to be really unhappy.
Yeah, actually, I watched strenx play. Versus some no-name, sorry. But his aim isn't as sharp as it usually is. It's strenx aim.
Yeah.
There's something going on with him. His aim isn't, as...
Doesn't seem normal.
No.
Well, has he started using a different mouse or something recently?
Yeah, I heard he switched from his Kinsu to MX 518. Everything, yeah. But he switched back to the new Kinsu.
Oh.
But something is going on with his aim. I don't know if it's...
Yes, it's not really... It doesn't seem to be completely dominant as it was before. I mean, before his LG and everything just seemed to completely tear people apart. And now it seems like his LG aim is fairly mediocre. It's like everyone else is starting to catch up with him, and he's not making those continuous improvements that he always used to. So, yeah, strenx is to be... You still can't say that he can't say ever suggest that he's a bad aimer, but he's definitely people are starting to catch up with him, and strenx is to think about other ways of of making his style of play more unique and as powerful as it was earlier in the other online tournaments. I think that would be interesting to look out for.
Yeah, yeah. And then I don't know. I don't think he's 100% comfortable.
Yeah, exactly. Brackets are being worked for on CTF, so I mean I'll update you guys as soon as I know anything about that. But I think for the time being we can focus on Zotac. Apparently Demons pulled out of the 1v1, so Pavel got a default win. The Demon probably thinking about the CTF now. strenx hasn't. I wonder if we see strenx do the same thing. I don't know if strenx wants to sort of disrupt his chances though of winning Zotac, because I think he quite likes the money. So strenx is probably going to try and negotiate his way around that. Ash, Pony, well, I don't think neither of them are in the CTF, so they'll be fine, and nor is Cypher or Focus. I think Gooda could be in the CTF. That's a good point actually. Is he playing? He may have got picked somewhere. I can't remember at all.
Gooda just tried to get strenx to forfeit.
Yeah, if it does, he'll be very content if that has happened.
It didn't really work.
Is it not working out? I'm not following the...
No way. That's all strenx said. He wants to play.
Yeah. Too right, you should. So Ash still not on a server?
Yeah.
Oh, I imagine he's talking with Pony. They'll probably end up playing with a German server or something like that. But I think Ash is going to want to lean over towards a Swedish one.
I think so.
Yeah, so they are still talking about teams there, so hopefully something okay will get organised. Bichon, the underdogs team, Q5709, Bichon, Sai, I think they're going to be a dark horse in the CTF game. But I don't. It feels weird. I feel like I'm going schizophrenic now because we're talking about two tournaments at the same time.
True. Yeah, maybe we should save the CTF for.
Yeah, we're just so excited about that. I mean, there's so many good games today. What can you complain about? Yeah, Ash v Pony. Do you have any predictions about that? Anything going through your mind? I think Ping's going to have an impact on it.
Ping is going to have an impact, and I don't know. I think Pony is in a great position to take this game because he looks very comfortable with his play, and he's playing better and better each week.
Yeah, but Ash as well has been really surprising. I haven't seen him play that much recently, but about a couple of months ago, he was tearing people apart and really sort of scaring the top names such as strenx and Cypher and those. I don't think you could say Pony's that far ahead at all, but I'd say maybe a small advantage still. So
yeah. I think they're gonna whichever one makes a mistake first. If the other person can capitalize on the mistake, they can snowball the match.
Yeah.
So yeah.
No, for sure. I think there's a good chance that it'll get to a third map, the Ash and Pony game.
Yeah, for sure.
Have a look. I'll message Ash and say.
I think we have British server.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Was it Jonathan who spawned it?
Yeah.
I think he did. Yeah.
Apparently Ash is gonna be AFK for 20 minutes.
20 minutes?
Yeah, that's not cool.
Well, let's go on to another game now, and just keep an eye on that.
Do you want to see strenx good or?
Yeah, I want to see strenx good. Let's get to that.
Do you have the password?
I do not, but...
I think I pasted it in some channel today.
I think you did, yeah. Yeah, I think I remember. If it works first.
It does.
Right, so we'll bring to you some strenx and good action, but I think we're going to be keeping our eye on Ash and get to that as soon as possible. We don't want any delays on that because that's going to be one of the best games today, I think. Or one of the best duels, should I say. So we're gonna have Error Walk DM13. Don't know what a tiebreaker would be. But pressure on Gooder. Playing on Error Walk as well. I think Gooder's pretty comfortable on this map. You know, fighting against strenx, Gooder's gonna have to find a way to sort of avoid those dodgy rail angles and not get into a. Maybe his LG fights will be okay for him, I'm not sure. But here we go, quarterfinals. Strenx and Gooder following strenx off the beginning on his map. Lands a really tasty rocket.
Taking the lead.
Yeah, and Gooder already chuckling at that. 2 frags back to back. Gooder's got to find a way to go out at the moment, being suffocated by map control of strenx. And it still hasn't got the red armor, so he kind of knows that it's still up there, and he's just using it as a backup plan in case he gets low. Always making sure that he can go back to it though, doesn't want to overcommit, and should have enough time to get over to mega health. And Gooder just trying to walk circles so happen like, wait, and there's the rocket. Gooder walks in at a bad time. Does deliver some nice fish though. That's it. Wow. Again, Gooder hitting some good rockets, but he needs to try and stack up somehow. He hasn't even taken the health bubbles. The strenx are not in great position at the moment. I mean, Gooder's almost got the same stack as him. Really needs to slow him down. He might have been able to even for that red armor. But kind of let strenx get out of it. Oh. If Gooder had more health then that would have been really brutal for strenx, I think. But I like the fact that he's not like Gooder's not overcommitting to items. He's trying to stay back as much as he can. I mean, he knows there's megas up, but he also knows he can't really challenge for it.
I feel a little bit foolish for saying strenx aim isn't. Yeah. His aim is very good at the moment.
Yeah, but I know what you mean when he was playing like Cypher and stuff last week. It just didn't feel so good against him, did it?
No.
It felt like Cypher really overshadowed him, and yeah, I think there were other situations in last week's Zotac where just strenx didn't seem completely in control of his aim, which sounds daft as well. But at the moment, he's showing us that he knows how to aim. But Gooder as well, showing us that he knows how to use rockets. Really great rockets at the moment from him. But needs to get himself. Oh my god, those rails by strenx. Gooder just trying to sort of keep out of the way. But it's going to be a point where Gooder just has to get to a fight soon, and you know, the longer he leaves it, the harder it's going to be. Gooder just needs to get that damage in at all costs at the moment, really. And avoiding these rails, 69% rail at the moment from strenx. Pretty tasty stuff. And yeah, strenx keeping a good eye on all the items. Gooder needs to get himself on the good side of the map really and try and take control. Just get grenades and rockets, something he can spam with, just so he can, you know, give himself some position. But picking up a yellow, his stack's alright at the moment. And if he can sort of get one rail onto strenx, there's one nice rail. Strenx backing off straight away for the red. And there's another rail by Gooder. So some good damage at the moment. Can he keep up the good work is the question. And strenx is going to the other side of the map. Trying to nice rocket again by Gooder. He'll pick up the other yellow. Strenx with the mega, so Gooder needs to be careful. He can't go through a teleporter where strenx is waiting for him. That rail though, Gooder's gonna hurt a bit. Still an okay stack. But, you know, 2 rails and Gooder will go down. Whereas strenx is gonna take about 3 at least. Yeah, 4 rails, there's 1 onto him. And yeah, he's kind of doing the damage and then backing off. Gooder needs to look for the angles more. That jump from that happened there was kinda weird. And still Mega taking a while to get taken. But Gooder just getting injured here, and you can tell really, he doesn't know how to pierce this control that strenx has. What are you thinking at the moment, Dubcat?
I'm thinking strenx is very good in control, and he knows how to. He's got the experience to, you know, deny Gooder any chance of getting control back.
Yeah.
As we can see, he basically gets all these spawn frags because he knows how to spawn frag, and then he gets control. And so
Yeah.
good at to get anything done.
Exactly. I mean, it's that experience. He just knows how to manipulate his enemy across the map.
Yeah.
And that was a really, really nice rail there. 2 sick rails. And 13-0 now. Good, looking really like he's having an awfully hard time getting a control. And there's yet to be a sort of stage in the map where he's, had that opportunity to completely overshadow him. He did get a couple of nice rails in earlier, but it wasn't really enough to give strength to fear, might you say. And
I think I remember seeing this scenario, over and over this game, where Good is pushed back to the lighting gun and yellow armor, and strenx pushes him right when the strenx.
Exactly. And listen, I'm just going to have a look now at the damage. I mean, Good has still done about 1300 damage, but strength almost double that. And, Good is even struggling to get in on all the yellows. Strength has got like just as many yellows as him, but he's got all the majors as well, and Good has only had one red. So you can tell Strength is just kind of pushing him around wherever and when he needs to. But Mega's been up for ages, loads of items have been up for ages.
Strength doesn't need to, run the items. You can just push Good.
Yeah, exactly. But now his stacks are disintegrating a little bit. He needs to get himself on the right. And no, exactly. He just that's what happens when he's in a little bit of trouble. He knows, I've got a major item to fall back onto. Yeah. No problem.
And then rails that are impossible.
Yeah. I mean, at the moment it's just a really good sort of display of how to control your opponent on and Good is not really able to fight against it. I hope that he's feeling more confident on 13. I think even though it's obviously an LG heavy map, I think Gooder will be much stronger there, and I think we'll definitely see some frags from his way. He did play really nicely though against Twister on ZTN, I think. Isn't that which really surprised me, as I think I've mentioned already.
I don't know how much Gooder plays versus these top tier players. I know he plays.
No, I don't either.
Top players, but not the really good guys like strenx and Cypher and so on.
Yeah, I mean, Gooder, I think probably most people know him from DreamHack Winter, where he was playing TDM, I think, or maybe it was DreamHack Summer. It was one of them, and he kind of made a name for himself there. But in Duel, so hard to penetrate those top teams, and in TDM though, he does absolutely fantastically.
Yeah.
But 18-0 now, strength yet to give away a point.
I just gave it red armor, so that's something.
Yeah, it is. So good and nice, and there it hits another rail, so strength might go down now. But it is going to be too late to make 18 frags back. I mean, there's no question it is definitely strength's map. Just looking for strength basically to give away a frag. And this could be it here. He kills himself. It's like, no, I'm not giving him the frag.
That's the thing, Good is playing, correctly now when he's slowing the game down, railing from a distance. And,
I think there's a frag.
Yeah, that's nice.
I think he could just play a little bit gooder, and then he'll do better. Ba-dum, drum roll and everything, please.
Strength game is revised then. Strength says he should rush more.
And I was thinking that as well. I mean, Gooder kind of only was sort of semi-doing damage. He was trying to do all the damage from a distance, and wasn't putting much. I think Gooder's scared of going into combat with strengths, really sort of hand-to-hand melee style.
Yeah.
He doesn't really want to get into those tight algae or rocket fights. But even though Gooder's got really nice rockets, I think he should feel a little bit more confident with himself. Because he definitely knows, how to combat in this game. And Gooder's just getting nailed by grenades there. But with a minute left, he's got a couple of frags on the board. And he's just swapped positions there with strengths. And a little bit of a slip there. Nice rocket there. So yeah, that's the thing. Gooder, great timing with shots like that. He's just not committing too much, which is bad. And it is obviously going to be far too late. or anything like that, but I think he wants to get the experience as well, so that's why he's not going to bother forfeiting. And there, strenx should go down again here. Have a look at, yeah, up two rails by strenx. And good is still railable. But yeah, we will move on over to the next map. Yeah, so GG there. Unlucky, good, but DM13, another chance to prove yourself. I think by the time DM13 is over, then the Ash game will be ready. So... and it is a best of 3, guys.